Hi, I'm going to show you a few ways to increase and decrease in the brick stitch. So what I've done is this is the basic triangle I did when I showed you how to do brick stitch. So if you want to increase, you pick up 2 beads like you normally would at the beginning of a row, and you go through the first loop of thread instead of the second loop, and you pull. You do everything exactly the same except you're going through the first loop. Up through the bead on the right, down through the bead on the left, and up through the bead on the right. So now you've increased, which means your bead's sticking out that way. So that's how you increase 1. We're going to go to the end of this row and we're going to increase more than 1. So you don't have to do just a triangle with the brick stitch. You can do all kinds of odd shapes. So I'm going to go till I use the last loop of thread. And for a few beads I want to increase 2 rows. So just like when adding the base rows, I'm going to pick up 1 bead, go down through the bead sticking out, and go up through the bead sticking out on the top. Oh, I think I want to increase just a little more than that. Well, I think that's good. Now I'd like this top row to increase a little more. So what I have to do is weave my thread so it doesn't show till I'm exiting this end bead. And the way I do it is I angle through 2 beads so that when I go down 1 bead, I end up coming up the bead on the end, which is exactly where I want to be. And now you pick up a bead and you're just circle stitching these together. Go back through the bead you just added. Pick up another bead. Go down through this bead. And then back through the bead you just added. Now you could turn your work and start brick stitching. Pick up 2 beads, and I think I want this one, so I'm going to go through the second loop of thread. They are kind of wonky when you're doing this. Up through the bead on the right, down through the bead on the left, and back up through the bead on the right. The next beads, it will help stabilize all this increase mess down here. It's not really a very shape of anything at this point, but it's just an example to show you how you can increase. If you want to decrease, you could just have to learn how to weave, and weaving through the beads without disturbing their positions, and you don't want your thread to show. So just keep watching as you're weaving through here. I just want to miss here, and then I want to add 2 beads. And you can go from there. So you can do all kinds of shapes. Increasing, decreasing in the brick stitch. Thanks.